ROM review, and this time I've got the official DN4 ROM port by eTeam, which is for Galaxy S3, and this is touted as the final version 2014, which, well, I'm not really sure if this is going to be the final version of 2014 or is it going to be the end of the line. I'm not really sure about it, but this is one really cool ROM. So let's get into it. Now, DN4 stands for Ditto Note 4. So yeah, as the name suggests, it actually mimics the Note 4 ROMs in terms of features and functions, so that's really cool. Let's get into the ROM now. This is the standard Note 4 lock screen. It does have a few different kind of styles. The one which I used was a seasonal one, and this being December was kind of the winter thing, so yeah. Now about the ROM, this is, well, as I said, mimics the Note 4 line of devices and is really cool. And being a Note 4 emulating ROM, it doesn't really take up a lot of RAM, so that is really surprising for me, because the other Note 4 style ROM was the one which I was using. I had a review of that earlier. That took up a huge amount of RAM, which is, well, yeah, Note 4 has 3 gigs of RAM. This one does not have that many, so it is wise to say have a ROM with a lesser amount of usage. So it has about 200 megs of RAM free, so that is pretty substantial for someone who well, wants to get his daily things done. So that's really cool. You have that. Let's get into the settings menu and show you guys the about phone page. In the about device, you can see it is this version, Android 4.4.4. Pretty cool. Latest version of Android, not the latest version, well, still latest version for S3, a later version for S3. It actually shows the model number as the Note 4 model number, which, yeah, it's a build.prop tweak. You can change that, so yeah, I'm not really comfortable with that, because while I was running Antutu benchmark, it actually showed my device as Note 4 rather than the S3. Some people like it, some people don't. I'm not really sure about that. This is the guy from XDA who ported this, so kudos to him for this ROM. It's a really great ROM. It's really cool. Now let's get to the other settings now. It does have all the Note 4 settings, except for a few which has been removed because it doesn't work on the S3, like S Pen mode. It has been removed, and things like that has been removed. Now most of these are similar to what you would expect in the other Note 4 Ditto style ROMs. I'm going to show you guys a few of them. So yeah, let's get into the lock screen now. The lock screen has a lot of options. I really appreciate that about this ROM. Lock screen has like this is the seasonal, which I have enabled right now, which you saw. It does have ink in water, which is like the Note 2 style. It has abstract tile, which was not working in the other ROM, which I really appreciate. I haven't tried this out, but it was really cool once I did. You can see it does work out. It's really cool, and it doesn't lag like a lot of other ROMs, so that's really cool. What else do we have? We have popping colors, which is, well, fairly simple. Watercolor effect, Note 3. Brilliant cut, which is really cool, which I'll show you guys, which is there. It's kind of diamond-ish style, so you have that also. What else do we have? We have stone skipping, similar. Light effect, S4. Blind effect, which I really appreciated, which is pretty cool, which is this one, which is like curtains, pretty cool. You have that also, so yeah, pretty neat. Brilliant ring, just rings with brilliance. Seasonal, which I was using, which you guys must have seen. So yeah, that is there. Pretty cool things. What else do we have? We have torchlight timeout settings here, which is really cool. You can actually enable this, and in the lock screen, when you press and hold the up button, the light is activated. So that is really cool. I really like that, and you can actually select the timeout time for that if you want short burst or whatever you want, even 30 minutes. So you have that option available, so that's really cool. Now the launcher in this is the actual Note 4 launcher, and it does have theme support, so something which is available. There aren't a lot of themes available even on the Samsung Galaxy App Store. There aren't a lot of themes available, but it's there when even if it comes for our devices, well, in 720p, if it comes, it's there. So yeah, just a heads up for that. Apart from that, this is fairly simple ROM. Let's go back to the settings menu, and what else do we have? It does have multi-window, it does have floating messages like all the other Note 4 ROMs. Notification panel, you can select what all are there. It does have all the extra features like smart pause, smart scroll, download booster, sync, one key panel. Everything, you do have a lot of options. Now I have enabled a few things here. This is a quick shortcut menu which you can enable from the quick settings, which is toolbox. You can enable that. You can edit what all appears in the toolbox, so that is something which I really appreciate. You can have third-party apps for that, but having that in build is kind of different. It's really cool. Now it does have the sidebar, which is this one. You can just swipe it up. You can have the hardware keys on this side, so if you want to use the kind of like the one-sided mode, one-hand operation mode, it does have one-side operation mode, which is pretty cool. Now I just activated the flip board, which you can activate by swiping left in the home screen. So yeah, it is available there. Let's go to settings again. It does have the one-handed operation mode, as I said. For that you can go to display options, and you can go for one-handed operation mode. You can turn it on. You just have to swipe it like this, and it does work out. Now what else does this have? This does have a lot of options, and you really need to stop and go through them to understand them fully. So yeah, that is something there. It does have safety assistance, pretty cool. Now in the accessibility, that's something which I really appreciate in Samsung devices. It has a lot of accessibility options. Samsung and LG devices, I really appreciate that. There are a lot of options in like vision. You can turn on negative colors, pretty cool if you like black and white rather than whitish colors. It also takes to the Samsung App Store for negative widgets, negative color turned off, notification reminder, accessibility shortcut, color adjustment, etc, etc. You have a lot of options. That's what I'm trying to say. Answering and ending calls with the buttons, home screen and power key, you can have that. Pretty cool. It does have the Greenfire app, battery saver thing, which actually does work out pretty neatly. It also gives you a ton of RAM extra from whatever is available, so that's really cool. Single tap mode, you can be done with swiping and just have single taps, so pretty cool. You can have that too. Blocking mode, other ROMs also have that. Power saving, it's something which I really like. The power saving mode in the S5 with the ultra power saving mode, this being an OLED screen, you really do get a huge bonus with ultra power saving mode, which turns the phone black and white. It does save a lot of power. I have used this, I have been saved by it, so yeah, so that's really cool. Other than that, that is it in the settings menu. What else does it have? This does have all the apps of Note 4. So something like, let's see, the music. Music is the latest one with the Sound Alive feature, I guess. I'm not really sure about the feature's name. It's kind of something like that. So there is that. There is the video editor, which is from the Note 4, which is actually quite powerful. But yeah, it will be hampered by your device's performance, because it really requires 3 gigs of RAM at least, because yeah, that's there. You can make pretty nice home movies with that, so that is there. Now as reminder is something of a really cool feature. I really like that. It does remind you of whatever you need to do. You can just set it and forget it. Studio options is kind of like a picture editor. You can actually select pictures, edit video clips, video trimmer, a lot of stuff like that. You can have that working, so yeah, you can have that. What else does this have? It does use Boyfla kernel, which is probably the fastest kernel which I've used ever. You can have you can tweak it, you can do whole sorts of things with it. It does work out really. It does have the Nokia Here Maps, which I am really skeptical about. I don't really use maps. I only use Google Maps because it works. So yeah, it does have a heart rate pulse monitor, which uses your flash for monitoring this thing, so not really sure about that. It is there. It does also have Samsung Gear app. If you happen to have a Samsung Gear and not a Note 4, you can still use your S3 with the app, so yeah, pretty cool. It does have Xpose installer, but you have to install it yourself, so kind of a drawback, maybe. Might be, I'm not really sure about that, but hey, it's there. Let's go to Antutu benchmark app. Yeah, and Antutu benchmarks, I got about 26,000, which is better than the Lollipop versions out there, but not really quite there like the 4.3 versions or the CM11 version. So it's there. That's it. That's just what I'm going to say about it. Pretty cool, really neat. I can vouch for that. Let me show you guys the boot animation, which is really cool. It does have the 4-way boot and reboot option, so you can do whatever you want with it, so really cool. Now here is the shutdown animation without any sound. It doesn't have any sound. So here is the boot animation with the sound. I'm hoping you guys heard the sound. I'm not really sure about that, but hey, there is sound like Note 4. So yeah, I guess that is it about the ROM. Let me show you guys the camera features. It is the Note 2 camera with all the flashy, well, it does have a great icon pack, I guess. It does have that. You do have slow motion picture capture, which works out pretty good. I appreciate that. It's really cool, but it takes them at a lower FPS rates, lower resolution, so yeah, it is there. So yeah, I guess that much is it about the ROM. It's a good ROM for those who want the features of Note 4 in your S3. But okay, about the battery life, I nearly forgot about that. The battery is not really good. I mean, it's not exceptional. It is good enough for a light user to reach a day, or maybe 75% of a day, for a light user, not a very light user, but a light user. It's not a very battery rich ROM. You're not going to get a very battery rich ROM with all the features this has. So yeah, it's just the way it is. So I can't really bash the ROM on that, but it does work out pretty good. So yeah, I guess that much is it about the ROM. Hope you guys like the video. Please share, subscribe, and like the video if you found it useful. See you guys next time.